everybody, and welcome back to the Chilluminati podcast, episode 306. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mike Martin, joined today by the ever weird and mysterious Alex Fasciane and the equally as confused as I am, Jesse Cox, with the man sat in the middle and the special guest of it all, Crendor. Welcome back.
Hey,
and
thanks. Glad to be here.
Welcome to the show. Welcome our guest, Crendor. You know, normally I concoct some sort of long-winded intro for the guests, but what is this? Your sixth time on the show now?
You stop counting.
Seven, if you count the live show. What do we think?
Speaking of live shows.
Yeah, speaking of the live show, there's literally another live show with Crendor with tickets on sale literally right now, if there are even any left. Are there? Does anybody know?
I think so.
There's still some?
There are a few, but it is selling very well, so...
Reports from the front line say that wow, just all through this great energy that you're getting right now from this show. Imagine that, but larger than life, or exactly.
Dude, it's a 2-for-1.
Life. Yeah.
You get the Cox and Crendor and Chilluminati all packaged. You get the double feature. That way, when you're done listening to Cox and Crendor after an hour, you're like, man, I'm done listening to that. I wish I had something else for the other
Let's
hour.
get to something. Yeah, let's get the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So what is this? I think this is your sixth time on the show. If I'm
It's
counting,
probably
I
around
can
there.
quickly look, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's assume it's six. Whatever number we decide it is. In honor of you reaching that many, by the official Chilluminati agency guidelines, this now graduates you from a guest to a recurring character in our lore. So that's a new thing. So in honor of that, traditionally, to introduce you, we would
simply
simply
ignited.
Yeah,
I will confirm this is his sixth official appearance.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Using the Chilluminatipod.fm actual archive search, and it worked.
Wow.
That's right. That's what I thought. So traditionally, for big six, as we call it, we would simply say a number significant to Crendor in a way only he knows about his as his introduction. So I'm going to do that now. Ready?
Okay.
6. Great. So yeah, welcome, Crendor. How are you feeling? Are you guys ready for this episode
Does anyone
today?
else know what just happened?
No, I have no earthly idea.
It's a good bit.
I kind of know.
Yeah?
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. How are you guys? How are you guys doing today?
You can't just hold on. He can't just say that.
I did.
What do you mean? Well, I kind of know. No, you don't.
No, I kind of do.
Yeah.
Explain what just happened.
I don't have to. If you know, you know.
David Lynch. That's a quote. All right. Check it out.
Okay.
Help me, Mike. I need help.
Alex is in charge of today's episode. It's an Alex episode, and even for Alex, I don't know what the fuck is even happening
This
today.
is a weird one. This is going to be weird.
This one, just in case you don't know what exactly the topic of today's episode is, which I believe I have mostly kept you in the dark about. Today's episode is called Chilluminati Presents Live Legend Tripping with Crendor. Okay? So that's what it's going to be called. The main thing today is that instead of a normal Patreon ad, which I would do right now, to raise awareness for the video episodes that you can get there, which you can see for every single new episode at patreon.com/ChilluminatiPod. Today's episode, which features some video-dependent portions, is available for all on our YouTube channel. So you can get the link to that in the description below. There's still going to be the normal audio version, like always. You're probably listening to that right now, and you're not going to miss anything that you can't normally experience with your ears on the show, like when I show you a picture of something or a short clip of something. It's just today's going to have a little bit more stuff like that in it than normal. So ideally, though still informative and entertaining, I recommend checking out the video version if you can. And again, the link for that is in the description below, and you can just search Chilluminati on YouTube. It pops right up.
But if you want the ad-free version of the video, that's what you go to Patreon for.
This is like buying the battle pass for Chilluminati.
This is the
Battle Pass
Chilluminati
preview.
Battle Pass.
Battle Pass preview.
Yeah.
Get a cool
You
skin.
can get different skins of us. Like one of them is Mathis, but he's like being probed by an alien. That's not a skin. That's just a fantasy.
Mine's me, but it's like I'm a rat, but I have big tits also.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube right now,
I bought that one. It was great.
Yeah, it's a hot skin. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, you did it. You made it. You're on YouTube right now. Let's get into the bullshit now. If I had to describe how this thing is going to go, I would say that this episode is going to be like a Chilluminati version of WarioWare. But admittedly, that's not going to be helpful to that many people. And I'm basically flying by the seat of my pants as much as you are anyway. So basically the situation is this. The powers that be at Chilluminati HQ are worried that the typical episode formats that I've been using for their mandated programming has become stagnant and stale. They're tired of the Chilluminati Guide to. They're tired of my giant
titties.
Yeah, whatever I'm doing. They're tired of my giant rat titties. So, and then instead,
that's a lie. Now I know you're lying. No one is.
Some say they challenged me. Some say they threatened me. Some say
subreddit. By the way, there's gonna be art of big titted Alex in rat mode form on there at some point.
I love it. I love it when shit that I make up in like 2 seconds like goes down in history for like 9 years. Shout outs like my entire career.
That means you're like an expert improver, bro.
Expert level, and that's
oh my god! Can we get some fan art of the New York City pizza rat on a date with Alex's big booby rat
with the gorilla with the pizza head shaped gorilla as their waiter,
lady in the tramping it up like from either side of the slice. Okay.
Romantic.
That's hot. That's hot. That'll be hot with my big tits in there.
That's like the end of the battle pass. That's what you get.
Yeah, get some cheese on the tits.
It's a spray. It's a spray that you can use on the level. Yeah.
It's a wallpaper that's like a kind of porny, like gratuitous fan image of the rat tit.
I want this in Marvel Rivals right now.
Alex Rivals. What am I talking about? I got to do my bit. I got to make up my fake premise. Okay, look. They said the episodes are becoming stale. They're tired of my shit. They said, you got to come up with something new, so bold, something so crazy that it will leave people either begging for us to do another one or begging us to cancel the show altogether. And on top of that...
Wait. They said your episodes, which are never, ever remotely the same once,
they're tired of it.
Stale.
They're tired of it. They said, you're not doing enough. You got to mix it up.
The Redditors, the commenters?
No, Chilluminati.
Like,
so we
agency.
serve a company.
You know what? I'm gonna shut up. Just keep going. Keep going.
No,
I know this is stupid. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Look, you were about to buy into the lore. Is that what was going to happen right now?
Let's keep going.
All right. So they said do something bold, Alex. And on top of that, they also mandated that this new episode address the fact that today's audience has trouble paying attention to the same thing for long periods of time. So,
whoa, Chilluminati HQ is insulting our audience. I won't stand for that.
No, they're not insulting our audience. They're talking about demographic data that is real about people who are the same age as people who watch the show.
We don't need to worry about them. They're already gone.
Yeah. So look, once I heard Jesse's episode was going to be about the evolution of urban legends and how it's our American sort of like mythology in our culture, I asked the Chilluminati if I could do some legend tripping as an episode.
Who's your contact there?
I don't know.
Is it just via text messages?
No, it's a pneumatic. Remember, it's like a pneumatic.
Oh, right, the pneumatic.
Yeah, like a pneumatic tube, and it just.
Yeah. It's not it's not in view from the camera, but it's
I don't have one of those yet, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Yet, you had to get it I think about 47 years ago. But did you guys remember that Crendor's a guest on the show? Let's get through this.
Wait, hold on. I'm a guest.
Yeah, he's here. I'm sorry. He's a recurring character. You're right.
Oh, that's right. Recurring character.
Right. That's my bad.
Sorry.
So
he's from Chilluminati and makes sure we're doing things appropriately.
They wanted me to mix it up. They wanted me to keep the pace peppy and fast. I heard about Jesse's episode. I asked the Chilluminati if I could do a legend tripping episode.
I just said they wanted to keep it fast, and you repeated the same line.
You have to. Have you seen the Teletubbies? It's very good. So look, they put me in touch. They put me in touch with the very same agent, A. Whitney Brown, who did all that research into the nature of magic last time that you guys let me control the show. Isn't that crazy? Except now, instead of writing from the 80s, he's writing from now. So he's going to be voiced by Crendor, and he's going to be an old man this time instead. Isn't that wild?
That's wild. This gives the vibes of like a crazy politician trying to like convert the masses.
Yeah, this is my Mike Lindell era.
Yeah, a cult leader.
This is my Mike Lindell era.
We love the Chilluminati. It's unbelievable.
You remember from last time we were in Chicago, Crendor.
Right.
Alex was the one that said he was going to set up a compound.
Yeah, a compound.
In the woods where it would
never say that.
I didn't read the subtext.
I was right.
Forgot, bro.
I was 100% right. Okay. I want to remind you all that was a long time ago, and I was right that it should be 2013 right now. So here's what's up. I have some excerpts from letters from Agent Whitney Brown, voiced by Crendor. So we're going to hear some of those, and then we're going to get down to business, okay? Here we go. Bam.
Believe me, I was surprised as anyone to hear my name on the podcast. But you shouldn't be surprised I'm listening to such a niche comedy show. It was required listening for my job, and I hated every minute of it. Or maybe I'm just jealous. Who gives a shit, right? Anyway, I couldn't authorize the release of those papers on Patreon like you promised because they became relevant to another investigation. Besides, nobody would have read it all anyway. Rapid-fire short-form content is an objectively worse method for sharing and spreading information, which inordinately contributes to the irrelevancy and degradation of facts and art in modern society, but one which we must nevertheless master in our own way, due to the waning complexity of young and able minds. So, instead, I offer a code, directions to another secret meeting, since the last couple have gone so well. Simple substitution cipher, Caesar's shift. Do them all and find the one that makes sense. RSWQSOMRKFEVNYPCXIRXLIMKLXTQ. Anyway, they got me on this thing called Chilluminati Story Group, which is tasked with creating a cohesive, properly supported version of all main legends to propagate through popular culture so that we may affect them with small changes over time at our own discretion. Who else would you trust with a task like that other than people like us? Anyway, if you want to get on the groove, I've included some quotes for these two goofballs to read. Make sure they do it good. They're from Michael Kinsella's classic text on topic, Legend Tripping Online, link in the show notes. Can I say that every one of those paragraphs started with anyway?
That's so weird. That's so weird. Here's a quote for Jesse from Michael Kinsella.
By examining both the experimental and traditional aspects of legends as performances, this book acknowledges that supernatural legends demonstrate efforts to codify and manage anomalous perceptions and states of mind, making them, at least in part, theoretically and experimentally accessible. Supernatural legends are complex narratives that encourage ostensive reenactment in their content and inspire investigations of their veracity. Ostensive reenactments, specifically motivated by the desire to test the legend's truth, are known to folklorists as legend trips, ritual performances in which participants seek to presence. I've never heard that phrase before. Like the very experience is chronicled in the legend.
Attribute a presence to it. You know what I mean?
Sure. All right. I just never. Yeah. Look, I'm not the writer. I don't know. He's in a different world, man. He's
no. This guy's
higher
real.
up on the totem. Yeah, I get
this guy's real. Mm-hmm. This basically just means that like part of legends and urban legends, like what you were talking about last time, the Hook legend and stuff like that, is actually then going to that lover's lane and feeling scared because you're there. And now you've created a real version of that legend that you heard about, right?
Yeah. A great example is the, I think everyone kind of knows the car where if you put flour on the bumper and you stand on the railroad track, or you put your car on the railroad track, it gets pushed across, and then you look back and there's the hands, fingerprints on it.
Yeah,
because that's where like kids died in a crash or something. Yeah, that famous one.
Save you. Yeah, exactly.
So people would go do that. They'd go and they'd put the flour on the bumper.
Yeah. So that's basically what legend tripping is. And then here's another quote from Mathis. Same guy. Same
voice. Yeah, that's it.
Legends do not exist within a vacuum, nor are they told exclusively in face-to-case interactions. Many people today regularly tell legends by using various combinations of image, audio, video, and text in online environments. Legend telling online operates slightly differently than when performed in face-to-face situations, since computer-mediated communication permits tellers to instantly present various kinds of evidence and to hypertextually connect their accounts to other legends to form vast legend complexes. And that's what Alex's little complex in the woods is going to be called, the Legend Complex.
That's a great name for it. That's exactly what it would be, a legend.
And when people become immersed in these legend complexes, they may participate in an online form of legend tripping.
Yep. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing live on the show today, and I've arranged a bunch of legend trips for us to go on that are all quick little fun jaunts like WarioWare. Isn't that delightful? Isn't that nice?
Delightful.
It's delightful.
Yeah. Tickled to my very testicles.
Great. This first one is called...
I don't like this complex.
I don't like it.
This first one, this is like an icebreaker. This first one is called Increasingly Cursed Phone Numbers with Jesse Cox.
Yay!
Woo! Great. Love this.
And I think that you should feel safe dialing any of these numbers. Can I go get
Robert? Or not Robert. The other doll I have. What's his name again? I can't remember.
If you need to get a haunted doll for any reason at any time,
would that go good for this? Would that go good with this episode?
He's right in the hallway. Whatever you need to feel the right vibes. I'm not going to stop you.
I can hear you. Keep going.
Yeah. What we're going to do right now is, I think you're safe dialing all these numbers. If you want to star 67 them to mask your caller ID, you can, but I don't think you need to. But just to, and you at home can follow along if you want. But today Jesse's going to be doing this for us. First things first, we're going to call a random guy called Murray. Okay, so get out your phone and go on speakerphone. There he is.
Have my phone.
Mathis has his doll. You can see the doll. Everything's showing up today on this camera episode.
A little bit in the back here.
That's
his
okay.
Strap came up.
That's because at night he gets up and moves around.
Yeah, it's probably he probably got
a really long time ago.
Probably got busy.
Right, no, that's where like the black goop seeped out of his head.
That's nasty.
The spirit.
A new use for the hole then.
That's nasty.
Nope. All right, moving on.
Nope.
Okay, so this first number that you're going to dial,
number
that you're going to dial is 618-625.
Hold on. 618-625.
8313. This is just a guy called Murray. I don't know what it's about.
You're just calling a man. It's Bill Murray, dude.
Hi. You have reached the residence of Murray Bauman. Mom, if this is you, please hang up and call me between the hours of 5 and 6 p.m. as previously discussed, okay? And this is Joyce. Joyce, thank you for calling. I've been trying to reach you. I have an update.
You guys did it,
about, well, it's probably best if we speak in person. It's not good or bad, but it's something.
Sounds familiar.
If this is anyone but my mother or Joyce, well, you think you're real clever getting my number, don't you? Well, here's some breaking news for you. You're not clever. You're not special. You are simply one of the many, many nimwits to call here, and the closest you will ever get to me is this pre-recorded message. So, at the beep, do me a favor. Hang up and never call here again. You are a parasite. Thank you, and good day.
Sorry, this mailbox is full.
Oh, I was going to leave a message. I was going to be like, hey, Parasite here from Chilluminati Podcast, just calling in.
So if you don't remember who that is, that's Murray from Stranger Things Season 3. That's just a leftover dead phone number from a promotional campaign. But isn't it crazy how that stuff just kind of like exists forever and is out there?
Joyce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It checks out now.
I think that's Brett Gelman, I think, who does that character Murray in that show. But that is definitely, I believe that's his voice. This time, so that's one down, one.
Next
if you
want to pay for sponsorship, let me know.
Final season coming out soon.
I know exactly.
Yeah, get ready. Next one, you're gonna call yourself, and this time you're gonna talk to yourself at 909.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's not my phone number. All right, 909
390 0003. And then, give it a little chat a bit.
Hello?
Hello?
What you doing, girl?
What you doing, girl?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Just hanging out with you.
Just hanging out with you.
Oh. I love your voice.
I love your voice. It's
so masculine.
so masculine.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm coming to get you.
I'm coming to get you.
Tell me, Sydney. Do you like scary movies?
Scary movies?
All right. So this is actually just a diagnostic tool for checking your phone delay in real time. But most people call it an echo line, which is just like a sick name for anything.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but I think that one's cool in a way because that really is you on the other line. And if you think about it, you really are traveling through time and space to.
Now, has someone recorded my, am I going to be an AI in like 6 months?
100%.
Oh, if that's something you're worried about, we're all fucked already.
It's too late. Riverside has its own AI that it just feeds off of us from. So,
yeah.
Oh, and people don't know this. Maybe they do, but at the end of every one of these, when we record, it gives us an image of what it would look like if you were watching us on a computer. It's terrifying. I don't like it.
It's great.
It's wild.
It's always like some awful pose to me, like about to throw up or some shit.
I look confused in every single one, and Mathis is always a blur, like half a blur. Great.
So next time, to end this segment, the final cursed phone number, Jesse is going to call a scary clown.
Now this seems cursed. The other two are fine.
He's going to call the scary clown at 407-734-0254.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Nope.
Wait, okay, let's try that. Let's try that one more. Let's try that one more time.
That was the scariest clown of all.
Let's try that again. Let's try that one more time. 407 734 0254.
Oh, you've reached Wrinkles the Clown. I'm not here to take your call. Leave me a message, I'll call you back.
Hello, Sprinkles. It's me.
It's Wrinkles, not Sprinkles.
Oh, shit. It's Wrinkles. I'm sorry. It's me. Taboo the Clown. I got your number from my friend, Alex F. I'm sorry, that's too simple. A. Fasciani. And he wants you to know that he loves you in a sexual natured way. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know everyone at Chilluminati Podcast is a big fan of you, Wrinkles. Bye.
Oh, so that's actually Wrinkles the Clown.
I thought he said Sprinkles.
So that's actually Wrinkles the Clown out of Naples, Florida. Who is, if you haven't seen him before, is kind of like unironically just a very scary clown. And calling his number is like part of his brand, to the point that people like us online call him all the time and make kind of like a legend tripping game out of it. And there's a movie about Wrinkles now, but just in case you haven't seen it, in the show notes, I'm going to put the original clip that went viral.
Call me back? Is this a real thing?
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't think so.
Good. I don't want to get a call at like 2 a.m. It's like,
it's Wrinkles.
I'm like, no.
Sprinkles, huh? What's your episode, Jesse?
I'm outside your home right now.
So,
knock, knock, knock.
So the point of Wrinkles is that people use him to scare the shit out of their kids.
Yeah, I've seen this.
So the kid didn't even wake up in this clip, but the point was to have the clip so that later they could show her that this happened, and that they would threaten her with this clown coming to get her if she didn't do like stuff that she was supposed to do, which I think is kind of crazy.
My parents would have that would have ruined me for life.
But I dropped the clip
to the point of no return.
Yeah. You can kind of describe it to the audience real quick, but I'll also put it in the show notes.
It's basically just like CCTV black and white footage of a kid sleeping in bed, and then underneath the bed is like a little drawer where you would store clothes, and it slides out, and in that drawer is like this dude who's wearing I guess you would call it a clown mask. It's like an old man mask with clown makeup, I guess. And he just kind of like almost tries to wake the kid up, but the kid doesn't wake up, and then he just kind of gets up and leaves.
It's actually, I like a horror level. I kind of love it.
It's so scary.
Yeah,
this guy looks so scary. I'll put some links so you guys can check him out in the show notes. But good Lord, that's Wrinkles. And that was Increasingly Cursed Phone Calls. Up next, it's the Brazilian poison test with Crendor. So at this point,
will Crendor live?
This is the first of
out Crendor's mortality.
Yeah, so this is the first of 3 poison tests that I was originally scheduled to do. We'll get into why the second one is not going to happen in a second. But this first one, we're going to be conducting with our esteemed guest Crendor, and it involves a Brazilian superstition that consuming mango and milk at the same time is deadly poisonous. So of course we've had Crendor prepare exactly that, which he will now tempt fate for with you live as he eats this deadly combination for us on camera this second.
Mango and milk?
Yeah, and we're gonna jump cut. We're just gonna jump cut to it being ready right now. All right, look at that. We're here. We're back. We're back live. And
yes,
Crendor is about to risk death by eating a little bit of mango with some milk right now. Everybody.
Before he does, if this is where he dies, any final words, Crendor?
Yeah,
anything you boys want to say to him before it's time for him to go?
I'm so sure that you're going to be fine that I'm not going to say goodbye to you.
Incredibly confident.
I would say listen to all my content. YouTube Crendor, Twitch Crendor, remember me through history.
That's beautiful.
I just want to say that of all the people that are likely to die, Crendor with all of his gut issues, this definitely could kill him.
He's going down.
This could do it.
This could be the one.
He's going down.
I don't even really eat mango that much.
Great fruit.
Mango.
Yeah.
I love mango.
All right, here's mango.
Yeah.
Yep, he's eating it.
Now you got to drink the
all of
milk.
our audio listeners only for some reason.
A little citrusy,
Yeah.
bit of a sweetness,
Yeah.
And that's mango.
Yeah. Good old mango.
a little twang.
Yeah. A lot of fiber in mango too.
That's good.
Big glass of milk.
Mango and
Yeah,
milk.
it's a honking glass.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you want to try a mango lassi right now. I wish I had one.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Seems
Pretty
like they
good.
wouldn't make that drink if it was poisonous.
It killed
right?
you, yeah?
Yeah. So there you go. He lived.
A little refreshing.
He lived. So that's great. That's so good because now we can continue the show. So according to Street
Can we
Smart,
get like a little can we just get like some confetti on screen, Dean?
He lived.
He's alive.
StreetSmartBrazil.com says that though this belief isn't like commonly and widely held as much in modern times with like facts and the internet at our fingertips, one explanation for why it exists in the first place in Brazil that I see repeated a lot has to do with greedy slave owners back in the day trying to dissuade their slaves who subsisted largely on mangoes as like a staple food almost, not to drink or steal the valuable milk that they were producing on the farm. And inventing a horrible lie that would like stop them from doing it because they eat so much mango. Some of the posts that I read even mention actual instances of slaves being poisoned on purpose to like scare the other slaves, which is like crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But just so everybody knows, mangoes and milk are just fine to combine. And in fact, to do so and spread the word is actually a nice big fuck you to the concept of disinformation in general. So all the love to Brazil, but eat as much mango and milk as you want. It's delicious. You get a lot of fiber from mango. That was the Brazilian poison test.
Dude, isn't it crazy how even like a couple 100 years ago, people are just like believing the most insane shit? Like not even that long.
Yeah, a couple hundred years ago.
Today, people talk
today,
crazy shit.
Yeah, who would believe that today?
Yeah, come on. Up next is a little game
miracles of ivermectin for everything.
Ivermectin.
Yeah, of course I drank my raw milk to go with my anti-vaccines.
Please do.
That's my tastiest treat.
I take the vaccine and I put 1 drop of it into a liter of water, and then I drink the water, and that is.
This is actually the complete opposite of raw milk. This is ultra pasteurized, my protein milk.
Isn't that Fairlife, dude? Shout out to Fairlife.
I
That's
drink
that good milk.
Buddy.
I only drink oat milk. I don't even drink like regular milk anymore.
Oat milk's pretty
milk
good.
Boy.
He was like, does it matter what
almond
kind of milk? He was like, does it matter what kind of milk? And I was like, as long as it's cow's milk. And he was like, excellent.
Yeah, I asked him. I was like, "Are we talking like 2% almond? Like we going home? Like what can I do?"
That's a man who knows his milks.
The real thing that we should talk about one day is the poisoning of like a lot of people. I was not aware of this. Are terribly allergic to milk, like cow's milk.
I'm pretty lactose intolerant, but
they don't know it. Like they aren't lactose. They just don't know it, and their face puffs up.
Oh yeah,
and they assume like. And you'll see when they stop drinking milk, their face slims down. I did not know this.
Yeah, probably me.
Who knew?
Literally, hashtag probably me. Up next is Infinite Fun with Alex Faciani and Sonic the Hedgehog. Guys,
why did you get this?
Why did I get this? Why did I get this? Because I have the fucking setup with the fucking video game emulator ready to go on the computer. That's why I got this.
Does Chilluminati have a department of complaints I can file to?
Strangely, no, they don't. So this is
no HR department, huh?
No, none. Back in 1993,
that's money you don't need to spend.
Yeah, back in 1993, there was a classic video game, Sonic CD, that is beloved by those with excellent taste. Is released for the Sega CD, and contains within it an entity who can only be summoned by a specific ritual. And in fact, to do so and to spread the word is actually a nice big fuck you to the concept of disinformation. Just kidding. And whose essence has spread out onto the internet and grown a life of its own. So, It is said that on a moonlit night, or whenever really, as long as the time is just right, activate the sound test and use it.
Lower it a little bit. There you go.
Lower it?
The guitar is getting a little
you say?
overpowering. Yeah.
Lower it, you say? Lower it, you say?
Oh my God. Do any of
you say?
Crendor, when you went to the Sonic concert, did they play
Yep.
this song?
I don't believe so. And if they did, it was very modernized. It's the first. Listen, when I went to the Sonic concert, the first half was great. It was like an orchestra. They were like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and I was like, this is nice. And then the second half, they brought out the modern rock Sonic, and that's what I swear that's what gave me COVID from the Sonic concert.
That's what most people like, I feel like. Anyway.
They do. That's why they're all going crazy, but I wasn't. That's not what I wanted.
I get it.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
basically what you do is you activate the sound test cheat. You use it to input a series of mysterious codes. The screen will fade to black, and something almost like unbelievably scary, like a character from a creepypasta will appear. Luckily for us, like I said, I happen to have the game right here running as accurately as possible on Mr. FPGA.
Time out.
What?
Is that the Death Star in the background?
No, that's the Death Egg. Hello? Are you guys not familiar with how much they ripped off Star Wars across all
I've
Japanese
never played
video
Sonic
games?
CD.
Dude, this is Dr. Robotnik's final solution. It's no joke.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a Mr. FPGA here. I'm going to demonstrate this for you now. If you get scared of Reddit horror stories a lot, you may want to look away, though in the end, I'll let Crendor be the judge. Here we go. Here's some directions for Jesse to read that I'll drop in the chat so you guys can make sure I'm not fucking it up as I do it.
Okay.
Here we go. So what does it say?
To view the message, first go into the game's sound test by pressing down, 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 left, right, A at the press start screen.
Okay, all right.
Then set.
Hold on.
I assume we'll wait.
All right, we're going to go back to the start screen.
Down, 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 left, right, A.
Down, 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 left, right, A. That worked. We're on the sound test screen.
Then set FM to 46.
Okay. 1 second.
Sure.
Okay.
Then PCM to 12.
Okay.
Then DA to 25.
Okay.
Here we go.
Whoa. Spooky, scary, sad.
What does that say?
So, according to Common Scuttlebutt, and this is pretty horrific music. According to Common Scuttlebutt, the message
Sonic is freaky. He's like Sonark the Hedgehog or something.
The scalp of Sonic.
So the message translates to "Fun is infinite" with Sega Enterprises, and is signed "Image" by Majin. It was intended as a lighthearted message from the game's developer Masato Nishimura, who had also hidden his name in Shenmue and a bunch of other games. But for some unknown reason, the music in the US version of the game was changed from the original version that appears in Japan and Europe to whatever the fuck this is. But here, if you guys want to see, here is a link to the original. And I'll take this down now so you guys don't have to listen to this anymore. Yeah, here's a clip of the original. I don't know why, and the original will be in the show notes for you guys too.
Yo, the original rocks!
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it changes the entire tone of it, right? And it makes that, Sonark the Hedgehog or whatever the fuck you're talking about, right?
It's almost as good as the DK rap. I love this.
This rules. But it goes on.
Great.
This character is so scary to people from their childhoods that it went on to be like its own like Slenderman-like entity in the Sonic fandom, where it now stars in all sorts of weird like fan-made horror games that you can get on Itch.io and stuff like that, like Sonic.exe type shit. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It is entirely the music that makes it weird. The minute
I think the picture is scary too.
Suddenly it's so much fun.
Yeah, also apparently Majin, like there's another way to pronounce that means like demon or devil or something like that too. Like Majin Buu, I think, right? I'm not sure about that. But like it's something like that where like people are like, it's a devil thing. It's like signed the devil. Fun is infinite with Sega. Love the devil. That's kind of the vibe.
With that creepy horror music in the background, yeah, that makes it a lot weirder.
But now it's time for Crendor to read another bit of a letter from Agent A. Whitney Brown. Here we go.
And anyway, the point is, various legends are being rated according to whether or not they're safely retrippable, if you know what I mean, which, if they are, earns them a designation of LT Clear, meaning that even greenhorn initiates, or even those ridiculous red horns, can attempt them without agency supervision. You know, if you're a dumbass who loves to take risks for no pay, stupid, artless cretins, vloggers, I digress. Here's some more Kinsella for the boys.
So I have a quote here from Mathis to read.
Okay. Can we consider personal experience narratives as legends? Are the contents of modern legends really so similar to ancient ones? Developing any classificatory system remains challenging because the qualities distinguishing a legend from a personal experience narrative or a folktale are contextual. The complexity of legends and legend-telling events only adds to this difficulty, since they can appear as both memorits, first-hand accounts, or fabulates, stories told in the third person, and they can address a wide variety of topics and elicit a broad range of audience responses. The modes of legend transmission also vary greatly. They are recounted in face-to-face situations on radio, on television, print media, and on the internet. Due to such incredible variation, scholars have proposed a range of classifications such as belief legends, popular legends, historic legends, urban legends, and rumor legends that are often inconsistent and in some cases incompatible.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to categorize them, but I think like if you really think about what's being said there, and I know it's a lot of words, but maybe you can go back and use your skip function on your phone to re-listen to it a few times. But like I think that there's something to, I think you guys can think of a different one of those types of legends each, like a belief legend. You can think of one, a popular legend. You can think of one, like Avril Lavigne being a clone, historic legend, the Red Man, Napoleon, urban legend, the Hook, rumor legend. We'll talk about one in just a second that we're not going to experience today. Just like all kinds of stuff like that. Like, you can, it's easy.
Oh my God. I know exactly what you wanted Mathis to do.
Yep.
It's all clicking now.
Yep. Here's another one for Jesse to read though first before we get into that.
Current legend scholars generally do agree that the most significant feature marking a legend as legend is that it is both a form of and channel for social behavior. Legends are communicative acts that serve specific purposes for the groups in which the legends circulate. Furthermore, they express relationships people have with allied stories, beliefs, perceptions, customs, and ideas concerning common anxieties and longings. Sorry, I didn't find his voice. As such, the legend's primary characteristics are always, that's not his voice, context dependent and align more closely with those of a performance rather than a kind of text or literature, and warrant studies evaluating them accordingly.
Beautiful. All right. So, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about taking this type of stuff seriously?
I think it's fun to goof. I think like light as a feather, stiff as a board, like that kind of vibe. It's fun and it's like a little weird, but if you took 5 seconds to think about it, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Do you see places where like people are doing stuff like that that's like less talked about? Like, I feel like we do it all the time. Like, I feel like even like tasting spicy chips is like a fucking on YouTube is like kind of like your legend tripping.
Sure, like one chip challenge. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like just kind of, Sure. But the next one.
Do you think I'm trying to think of what the belief one is, and I know I'll probably get some flack from corners of the internet. But you think one of the belief legends is like touch healing?
Yeah, I think so. I think like
in a church when they're the demons are out of you.
Like what is speaking in tongues is like a perfect example because it's like there's no real consensus on what it is. It's kind of like depending on where you are regionally.
Sure, like somebody like yeah.
I feel like but like you think about that, that's probably more along the lines of like a group delusion, which can quite often happen. Like,
you don't want to without judging whether it's real or not.
Not in a judging way, like in a scientific way.
It's just more like
I think like
when you're in there, it happens for XYZ reason. You know,
Yeah, like
what's that thing where people heal? Is it like Reiki?
were they
Yeah,
Or something like
energy
that?
yeah,
like
they like
energy
get smacked
healing.
in the head and
What is
stuff.
reflexology? Is that like the foot thing where they try to like heal things through foot pressure?
Reflexology is like just like flexing nerves.
I
and
wonder
stuff.
where the line is between legend and because like it isn't us telling the story of there's this guy and he can heal you with the power of touch. There are people saying they can do that. You know what I mean? Like there's a line. I just don't know where that line is. Like there's the idea of like or when it transforms. So when we were doing the last episode, we were talking about Johnny Appleseed. And I was like, there's no dude went around just threw seeds. And then people were like, there was a guy named Johnny Appleseed. Right. But he didn't do the things the legend said.
He wasn't like a dude in one overall with a pot on his head who walks around with no shoes on,
wonder,
throwing apples all over the place.
Yeah, I wonder where that line is, because obviously Doctor Strange shooting people out of their body is not real, but there are definitely people who will say, I can leave my... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a line between where the legend and the spiritual is. I'm curious about that, but I just don't know.
It being fake and it being real is what makes it a legend or a fact. Then that's it.
I guess, yeah.
And or who you are. Well, you know, like if you believe it's real and it's not a legend, then that's different. But, you know, that's the best we can do. As far as speaking of belief legends, or actually like probably rumor legends, I guess, or urban legends. This was going to be this part of this episode where we did the American poison test with Mike Martin, which was going to be about a piece of urban lore that I think just kind of started because with no context, it's just kind of an unsettling experience to eat this food anyway. And that's eating Pop Rocks, right?
Yeah.
Which like, if you're like with no context, if you don't know what's about to happen, it's kind of scary because it lasts for a really long time. But more specifically, what we were going to do today was we were going to have Mathis have Pop Rocks while drinking Coke, which is known to produce so much gas between the two things, which both are gas producing foods, that you'll get so inflated with gas that you'll blow up.
Yeah.
And then let me ask you a question.
You didn't want to blow up today.
Because that was like the old, when I was young, and I'm sure when like Gen X as well, that was the legend.
Yeah.
You know, like that was Pop Rocks plus soda, and we all did that as kids, and we were all fine.
Yep. Yeah.
But I do wonder, Mentos plus Diet Coke.
Another one. Yeah.
Could you, because we've seen it, you put the Mentos in there, could you have a Mentos in your mouth, swallow, and then immediately drink the Diet Coke? What would happen? That's the question I have.
You probably wouldn't die, but it would probably be a lot more.
Would it like shoot out of your mouth?
It would, I don't know. I don't know.
Definitely done that.
You've done it?
No, I'm saying people have that. You can probably put it in the TikTok right now. There's some guy doing it.
I'm going to look it up right now. Eating Mentos.
I know the other thing,
Coca-Cola same time. It's like right there.
Yeah. The other thing that's funny about it is that like part of the story eventually for this one became that little Mikey was the kid who famously likes it in the Life cereal commercials, that he was the one who died from having Pop Rocks and
Mikey?
Coke. Yeah. I thought that was funny because it's Mathis and he's Mike, and there's little Mikey died from eating Pop Rocks and Coke.
That'd be wild.
But it was such a popular story, the part that it was little Mikey, that like somebody actually called his mom crying and like apologizing for losing her kid. And she was like, he just came home from school. He's actually alive today. And he was at one point in time, or maybe still is, the director of marketing sales at Madison Square Garden. So Mikey made it. Mikey liked it.
For the record, 13 years ago, Furious Pete, with almost 5 million subscribers on YouTube, 16 million views on this video, did a Don't Try This at Home Diet Coke Mentos experiment. He did 3 separate experiments, one involving having it in your mouth, one involving like he did the whole thing. And at the end, he swallows it, drinks a ton of Diet Diet Coke, and then he's fine for a little bit, and then just all the foam comes out of his mouth. It's so gross.
Disgusting. Will you link me that? Will you link me that right now?
Yes. Yeah.
I love
That's awesome.
Is it shoot out like Kill Bill, like the way I'm imagining?
So when he does it with it in his mouth, it starts exploding out of his mouth. But when he swallows it, his stomach just hurts and he has like a lot of burps, and then he pukes up the like foam at the end.
That is so fucking nasty.
So like now I know, like definitely don't do it. It seems like it's cool, but he does let out a burp that is an ungodly burp, like the burp of a man whose soul is escaping his body.
Yeah. So anyway, that's not all I wanted to do as far as Pop Rocks and Coke, because for a harmless, fun thing to try, Pop Rocks and Coke kind of just sucks from a aesthetic taste perspective. Like,
sure.
I think it's just this kind of a lame way to like.
I don't know. Sorry, I just watched it.
Yeah.
I just said a man threw up, and you're like, I'll check that out,
dude. The worst one is the Ipecac videos from back in the day. Anyway.
Oh man.
So now to replace the bad combination of Pop Rocks and Coke, which is just Coke with sugar, to replace that in the culture, I'm going to teach everybody. I was going to have Mathis demonstrate, but now I'm just going to teach everybody how to eat Pop Rocks Chilluminati style.
Chilluminati
which
style.
it sounds like something I invented, and
you
which
don't just.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Hold on, I need to cap this off here.
Yeah.
This man, not that he didn't just like have 1 or 2 Mentos and then have some Diet Coke. He chugged the entire bottle with numerous Mentos.
For science, dude.
A few times. He did it a few times.
Gnarly.
All right, that's why he threw up.
Gnarly. I'm so glad that I can't play the audio of that video without ruining my video game setup, because that is so nasty to me.
Yeah.
Pop Rocks Chilluminati style. I got to get it out there into the ether. I have to. Here's what you're supposed to do. And Mathis, I know I got you to buy some chicken McNuggets for the first time in years and years. How was that?
Not satisfying.
That's great. Well, maybe they would have been if you had your Pop Rocks Chilluminati style.
Yeah, maybe.
Here's what you do. Step 1, take a huge hit of a bowl. Okay, I had Mathis pack a bowl. You can still do that if you want. I know you're not going to go Chilluminati
the weed,
style.
dude. You light that on fire, bro.
No. Then you grab your 6-piece nuggies with your sweet and sour dip, and then you open your dip, and then you dip one of your nuggies in it. And then step 3, take a pinch of Pop Rocks between your fingers, and then you dust that shit like Salt Bae. And then boom, that's Chilluminati style Pop Rocks. And then I want to see you, since I didn't get to see Mathis do it, I would love a video of you doing it at home. So send us that on social media, and then you'll be eating your Pop Rocks Chilluminati style Pop Rocks. I'm out here.
So fucking weird, man. For the next week, it's going to be tittied Rat Alex and people eating nasty food.
The fan art is of New York Street Rat and Big Titty Rat eating Pop Rocks. And
Chilluminati, getting Chilluminati style.
It's just Rat Alex eating Diet Coke and Mentos, and
that's just me in real life.
Puking on the New York Rat, like
me, except I'm a rat. That's just what I do in real life, except I'm a giant big titty rat.
Instead of sharing the piece of spaghetti, they puke in each other's mouth.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, well, we've gone too far.
That's a beautiful. Good job, everyone. Next is called Bloody Mary versus Sparta Madame or Madame with Cox and Crendor.
On your madam, you know.
Sparta Madame, Sparta Madame. Maybe with Cox and Crendor. Up next, I'm going to ask each of you to prepare your cell phone cameras, Cox and Crendor, as we do a dueling themed yin yang of a bathroom summoning ritual, featuring everyone's 2 favorite hosts of a podcast with the Weather Report, Cox and Crendor. Obviously, everyone here in America knows Bloody Mary is the weird mirror ghost lady who appears in the dark when you do the right steps and chant her name. Or if you didn't, now you do. Mary has different origins and faces, but here's an account from a male informant from 1984 Middletown, Pennsylvania, about his fairly typical American experience with the legend from Mathis to read. Here we go.
Bloody Mary was a character who was murdered in the woods behind Pine Road Elementary School. To call her ghost, girls go in the bathroom and prick their finger with the pin to draw a drop of blood. Then they press the 2 droplets of blood together and say, "We believe in Bloody Mary," 10 times with their eyes shut. Then, upon opening their eyes, they look into the bathroom mirror. The image of Bloody Mary's face would appear in the mirror. She was said to have been a young girl with long hair, very pale skin, and blood running down her face from a large cut in her forehead.
So that's Bloody Mary. Interestingly,
not the 3 times.
No, that's
we'll get to it.
That's the pussy version of it.
On the other end of the that's the 80s story. That's a different story than the one we do today. But on the other end of the spectrum from Sweden, right, comes another different version of this tale that's ultimately probably the more traditional of them in the form of Sparta Madam. Sparta Madame. I'm so sorry, Sweden.
Sparta Madame.
Which connects all the way back to old European mirror gazing games of antiquity. So interesting, though, consider this quote from Seek's Ghost blog about it, which Jesse will read for us now, because this is an interesting thought that I thought was kind of neat. What? Why? There it is.
Black Madame is the Swedish version of Bloody Mary, but Swedish children are more dismissive of spirits. Their version of this game is not as scary. The traditional game involves Black Madame, or in Swedish, Sparta Madame, appearing after a child stands in front of the mirror and states 12 times, "I don't believe in you, Black Madame."
Yeah. So now, if you caught that, it's kind of like Bloody Mary works by telling her you do believe in her, and Sparta Madame works by telling her you don't believe in her. So I thought it would be cute if Crendor went and did a modern version of Bloody Mary, and Jesse went and did a modern version of Sparta Madame, because he's the skeptic one, right?
Mm.
Gentlemen, if you would please take your phones with you to the bathroom.
Boy, okay.
Okay, so just make it dark in the bathroom. Take your phones in there. Once it's dark, start recording. Then Crendor, turn around 5 times with your eyes closed and say, "I believe in Bloody Mary," once with every rotation, and then look in the mirror. That's your mission. And
with
then
cameras on and rolling.
Yeah. And then Jesse.
Do I turn the light on after that or no?
The light is just to see you out of the room after you may or may not have seen Bloody Mary. Yeah. The time when you're going to see Bloody Mary is when you open your eyes.
All right.
According to the legend. And then Jesse, if you would go into the bathroom, look defiantly into the mirror without closing your eyes, and 12 times say, "I don't believe in you, Sparta Madame," or if you want to say Black Madam, if you're worried about Sweden coming after you in the comments. Or maybe your bad Swedish will make her not appear.
Yeah,
so,
can I use a fake Swedish accent?
If you really want to
talk like this.
If you do it,
monster goes.
If you do it, you have to commit so hard.
I feel like that would definitely get her to show up.
Yeah. So
she'd be like, "No, I'm taking this fool out."
So then both of you guys go do that. Come back here. We'll play the videos in the meantime, and then you guys will come back and you'll say whether or not you saw Bloody Mary and Sparta Madame. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All
excellent.
Right.
Great.
Okay.
So I don't say Bloody Mary. I say I believe in Bloody Mary.
I believe in Bloody Mary.
Okay. Excellent.
Every time you turn around.
Good luck, gentlemen. If you die from a young girl, I'm sorry.
We're back.
All right.
All right.
I mean, I've already been poisoned Brazilian style.
You're dead, dude. You're gone. You're wrapped.
We're in seance territory. You think they're gonna die?
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna see anything. But I think it's gonna feel a little bit scary. Like if you watch the videos, I think it's gonna feel scary. I think they're gonna feel like Blair Witchy. I think that's the
folks. I'm back.
That's great. Let's wait for your results. Please withhold your results until Jesse returns from the bathroom.
All right. Honestly, it's funny. You're just being like, I know you may have seen Bloody Mary right now, but please hold on. We have to wait.
Yeah, we got to find out if you've seen Bloody Mary or not, but just in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not that important.
I can't imagine it's going to take him that long.
Yep, there he is.
Yep, there we go. All right, wait a minute now. Don't say anything yet. Crendor, did you see Bloody Mary?
If Bloody Mary is my own face, kind of odd in the dark, then yes.
That's not bad. That's better than I expected. Jesse, did you see Sparta Madame?
I may have messed up the ritual because I lost count because you wanted me to do it 12 times. But
as long as you believe you did it 12 times, that's fine. Yeah,
that's chaos magic, baby.
Yeah,
I kept saying, and I did one more for extra just in case.
That's good. That's extra powerful.
I will say, your face in the camera in the dark, terrifying. It's really weird looking, but no Swedish ghosts came and got me.
Okay.
In fact, I would go on a limb and say that that's what people get scared of.
The face?
Yeah, the face.
Yeah. Being like fucked up and
face.
Gassing yourself up with your friends and then seeing your own fucked up face in the mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. That may be it. But
although
at
one point while I was doing it, the air conditioner went off and it made a really loud noise. That's probably, we could say that was the ghost showing up if you want.
That's so funny. All right. So that is Bloody Mary versus Sparta Madame. And now we're going to play Harvest Moon, Death Comes to Mineral Town with Alex Faciani.
Hey.
Up next, we have yet
Mineral Town.
another piece of unbelievable video game internet horror in the form of the Harvest Moon games, which have been made for basically every console ever made for the last 25 years, or probably even more than that. But most specifically, since it's the game I see in the screenshots online the most about this, which makes it the best for legend tripping because it's the most like what people have seen. We're going to be using the second GBA title, Harvest Moon: More Friends of Mineral Town, which, as you'll see, features a girl who leaves her boring city life behind to buy her own farm. You
mean the current American dream?
That's right. And actually, what happens is she gets swindled into.
Does like a raccoon do it?
No, the farm is actually like a dead guy's farm that hasn't been worked on for a long time, and everybody who gets there to claim the farm that's cheap comes and leaves because it sucks. And so, my birthday is July 14th.
Summer 14. That's a good birthday.
The month of summer. And this is Schlopno.
Schlopno.
This is Schlorp. Schlorpo Farms.
Love it.
What do you have there? Well, we farm Schlorps.
And my dog, of course, is called
You're Schlorpy.
Smitty, because that's what my dog's called.
I would have.
I don't think anybody had Harvest Moon and Sonic CD on their bingo cards today for this episode.
No way. So check this out. This is just to set up the plot, and then we'll jump forward. She's just so bored. It's like a Kathy cartoon, you know?
Who needs images?
She's just over it. This is on Game Boy, man. There's some
images.
Look at her. She's just boring in her house. No TV. Big giant book on the table.
Yeah.
Very shiny blonde hair.
Way too big. Oh, it's a newspaper. That's all right. Look at this. See? She's seeing it. Okay. She's checking out the farm. She's having a fantasy of farm life. Look at that. I just wanted to show you this because I wanted you to see what kind of game this is.
Yeah, it's adorable.
But yeah,
they ripped off Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's what they did. Now this is neither here nor there though, because in this game, and many others in the Harvest Moon series, it is said that due to a superstition among many East Asian cultures, in which the word for four and the word for death are associated, or just the concepts of them are associated because they're near homonyms for each other in their various local languages. If you check your TV on the farm at exactly 4:44 p.m. on any day, the game will glitch out like it's been hit with a death curse, which has scared generations of pixel farmers over the years, and which I will attempt to recreate for us now. But of course, what they don't tell you is that to see the time down to the precise minute, you have to buy a clock in the game of Harvest Moon, which takes several days of in-game time and strategic money grinding to achieve as quickly as possible. Probably took me about an hour and 15 minutes to do it. But I did all of that this morning and saved the state. So hopefully, when I go and load the state right now, we'll be able to get to that point. So let's do that right now and pray for rain. And yes, it's Monday. It's 3:20. It's almost 4:44 p.m. I got to check and make sure my clock is here, which it is. That means my clock is installed. We're good to go. So now I'm going to speed the emulator up a little bit.
We're back to our roots, boys. We're back to being Let's Players.
Now it's 4
How do you know it's 44 though?
So that's why I had to buy the clock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But it's going 10-minute chunk.
Yeah, so I have to guess it exactly. So I'm going to go in and see what it looks like at right when it hits 4.
Gotcha.
Right? And then I'm going to check the clock. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
So now I'm going to just try and go out and come back in.
2 minutes early.
I'm just going to try and go out and come right back in.
Dude, it's going to be 45. You screwed up, man.
That'd be so annoying.
Right now.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
So now I'm supposed to just watch TV at exactly this time, and it should be crazy.
Time's already passed.
No. Time doesn't pass in Harvest Moon when you're indoors. Look. That's my sock
Sock
hook.
hook. Oh, he's
That's my
right.
sock hook. All right, here we go. Look at that. You can imagine, right? Like being a kid and you're like playing and you never have had anything about a game ever test you in any way like this. In the sort of like scary, like boundary breaking way that this is, and it could scare you. But
I remember getting like this with Pokemon with the Missingo or Missingno.
Yeah.
That was always freaky, and you're like, oh.
That's a perfect example of like one of these things that like might be a legend trip. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
So does it
so many
only
people
stop
did it.
if you reset the game?
This game, I think this is the second game on Game Boy Advance. This one, I think, just ends eventually. But on the first game, it keeps opening and closing the text box, and it is like really annoying to try and tap out of. So usually you should reset the game, I think, for that one. But I think you can kind of like roll the controller out of it too. But this is the one that everybody posts screenshots of, so I thought it would be the coolest one to see in real life. But it stopped.
That's cool though.
That is
And
pretty
there
cool.
you go. Can I do it again, I wonder? Yeah, okay.
You can.
And that's Death Comes to Mineral Town. Yay!
Hey!
So now we have another bit of letter from Agent A. Whitney Brown for Crendor to read, and here we go.
Anyway, now they're trying to. Oh wait, is that the right one?
It is now.
Oh, it is. Anyway, now they're trying to get me on the computer. Have you heard about it? This stuff? 100 years ago, legends took 100 years to coagulate. Now you can do it in 8 months, and the movie's out in 9. Can you believe it? And what if we get fucking sued? You know, someone owns the goddamn copyright to these things now. Do they ever think of that? Do they ever do you think they ever thought of that at HQ?
He must have made a typo in his letter. That's so crazy.
Yeah, apparently.
That's so
What
crazy.
a load of hooey. Anyway, enjoy the Kinsella, as I, for one, did not.
All right. So here's some more quotes from Kinsella. This one's for Mathis to read here. Here we go.
Advancements in technology certainly offer new ways to engage with the world, but virtual realities, cyberspace, and other computer-mediated spaces also represent environments wherein the products and processes of folklore circulate unabated. The discipline of folklore concentrates on the traditional formulas used within everyday existence to promote both cultural continuity and change. So the adaptations of these traditional formulas within online environments deserve our attention.
Right? So, like, in the way that, like, technology changes our culture, the form, shape, and ability to understand legends also shifts, right? Which is kind of interesting. And so here's another quote for Jesse to read.
And understand, hopefully.
I can't promise I'll understand. I'll be honest.
Well, at least it's not about fucking quantum physics. That shit just destroys my brain sideways.
I love it.
I should mention there are some folklorists who have argued that no legitimate human interaction occurs online. Only a few years ago, Larissa Fialkova and Maria Yelenevskaya investigated online legend telling and concluded that virtual communication, being the surrogate of the real, can only give an illusion of friendship, involvement, and belonging. This position is unfounded, for how can anyone determine another's experience of belonging? Either someone senses belonging or doesn't. Due to the immense variety of communicative activities, sweeping generalizations like this are unproductive.
Yeah. So, like, that's the same thing. Like, it's like another way of asking the same question. Like, basically, if interaction online is real, can that I guess, like, you have to decide whether online is real life if you decide whether or not you can legend trip online, or if legends or culture can exist online. I guess you have to decide if online itself is real to make the culture the same as something like from 100 years ago. You have to decide, like, when I'm online, that's me online. That's me there on the internet, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm extending my presence in the world onto the internet. Kind of interesting. I don't know. This next one is called the Red Book Candlelight All Play. So now we come to the first true all play of today's episode. That will really be Crendor who leads you guys through this next Mexican / sometimes also South American spirit communication ritual.
Very good.
Because he's the one who I told to get himself a red book. Shout outs to the Ghost in My Machine Folklore Bog for the great piece on this. Basically, it is most like a Ouija board or something like that, where we'll each, you guys will be able to each ask the spirits a question. So get one ready that's better than "How are you?" And typically it's not done over the internet, but going along with what Agent Whitney Brown has us thinking about, we're going to surf on vibes today, and we're going to give it a shot anyway, right? So step 1 is to make all our rooms as dark as possible. Unfortunately, every light in my house is off and my blinds are closed right now. And my webcam is just doing some kind of extra work to make things crazy. But what we're going to do is we're going to step 1, make our rooms as dark as possible. And then we're going to each light a candle, which we have prepared before the show. I have it right here for us.
Tomato scented.
Yeah.
That's fine. Tomato scented. How nice.
Yep.
So this one, it's barely changing the light on the camera, but I'm telling you, this is flickering like a Victorian library in real life. I don't know why the light is so good. It looks like there's like light like bleeding in from outside behind me. It's not. It's like dark in here.
Mine is lit.
Yep, there you go. Mathis's candle is lit. Jesse looks like he's about to tell a horrifying story. Yeah. And Crendor's getting there.
I'm getting there.
Jesse's doing Deckard Cain right now.
Ages. There was one ring who ruled them all.
In the beginning, man was very shitty to the elves. And to everyone, in fact. Crendor's lit. We're all lit. I'm lit in a lot of different ways.
Lit,
So lit, dude.
We literally watched Mathis get lit on camera there. He's getting lit right now.
He's getting
YouTube.
lit.
He's getting lit on YouTube right now for everyone to see. All right.
No ads on this video.
No ads on this video. Or we could blur out Mathis. It's up to you.
Dean, have fun.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't
Something
care.
else is in my mouth now.
Up to you. So now, Crendor, you got the book?
Yes.
Okay, everybody be quiet except for me giving the instructions and Crendor saying what I tell him to say. Crendor, let's put the book flat on as flat a surface as you can where you could easily open and close the book.
All right.
Maybe that's your lap. Could be.
Let's move my keyboard here.
Okay.
All right.
And then from now on, I'm going to have you close your eyes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And out loud with your eyes still closed, you're going to ask the question, "Red book, may I enter your game?" And then while your eyes are still closed, you're going to open the book to a random page and put your finger down. Okay?
All right.
Are eyes closed too or just Crendor?
Just Crendor for now.
All right. What do I say again?
Okay, you say, "Red book, may I enter your game?"
May I enter your game?
All right.
Random page.
Yep.
Finger.
Okay, open your eyes and read the word.
Get.
Get. If it feels positive, Crendor is then in the game. I feel like it does. But if it feels silly or weird or negative, try asking again. But I feel like that felt positive to me.
I feel like it's slightly positive, but it's got some negative vibes still.
You feel like get might be like get out?
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel comfortable, we'll take it again. Yeah.
You gotta do it again. All right. Red book. May I enter the game? Steve.
That feels better to me, but it still feels kind of.
That's positive.
You feel good about Steve?
I think, yeah, Steve makes sense because Jack Black just played Steve in the Minecraft movie.
Right. Jack Black.
Everybody welcomes in Jack Black.
Everybody likes
him. Right.
Everybody likes Steve. That's
He's
just
America's everyone. Yeah.
Great guy.
Or
Hey,
maybe he's
Steve.
trying to tell you, go get Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Maybe.
Okay, so Crendor's in the game. So now that you've been accepted, you can ask your question, which you do in the exact same way. You close your eyes, you say "red book," and then you ask the question, and then you open the book, and then you put your hand down, and then you open your eyes. Exact same thing.
All right.
Take it away.
Red book. Will I get 1 million subscribers? Responsibilities.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Damn.
so let's talk about this for a second. What do you think that means?
Maybe it means if I'm true to my responsibilities in life
Yeah.
and put in the work. and believe in myself, then I can achieve it.
Or maybe 1 million subscribers is more trouble than it's worth. Maybe it's a big responsibility to have 1 million subscribers, and you don't need that kind of smoke. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
Yeah. So something to think about. Something to think about. Okay. So Crendor's question is pretty, I would say pretty directly been answered. So next, we do this for the rest of us in order. So now, this time, Mathis and Crendor, close your eyes. And this time, Mathis asks the question, Red Book, can I enter your game? And then Crendor will then check the book.
Oh, he's like channeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm channeling right now. I feel it.
Ready? Here we go. Red Book, may I enter your game?
Different.
How do you feel about that?
Right,
you are
maybe
different.
That's maybe different. Like go to a different person. Maybe it means try Jesse.
You wanted to come back to you?
Yeah, let's see if it comes back.
All right, let's guide it. Let's take
Let's
take it. Okay, so Jesse, this time you close your eyes. Red Book, may I enter your game?
Red Book, may I enter your game?
Crucial.
It's crucial
that I do this. I get it.
Saying.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Different person.
Perfect.
Now it's crucial.
Great. Okay, so let's go back to Mathis then. Let's try and get everybody in the game.
All right.
Okay. Red Book, may I enter your game?
Important.
It's important that you enter
That
the game.
feels good. All right.
We did it.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Jesse had to be first for some reason.
Okay.
Right, it was crucial. The whole thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you know what I think? I'm going to interpret that to mean that you guys all need to close your eyes every time that we do anything from now on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Mathis, ask your question. Remember to address Red Book before asking the questions. Everybody close your eyes, and then Mathis, ask your question.
There we go. Red Book, are aliens watching me from the skies?
Want.
It said
You want them to,
They said
yeah,
you
yeah.
wish.
Want
sure.
them to.
Yeah, it said
Yes,
they said you wish, bitch.
Yeah. I don't think this game is real, boys.
You're out. You're out on the game. All right. Eyes closed again. Jesse, remember, Red Book, then ask your question.
Red Book, did I summon the Black Madame to this office?
Position.
What do you think? Position.
I have no. Sounds like gibberish to me.
Okay.
Position?
Okay. If you think if it doesn't resonate with you immediately, we have to do it again. So close your eyes, everybody again, ask the same exact question again.
Position.
Yeah, it's all right. That's part of it. If it doesn't make sense, we just do it again. That's part of it.
We can do overs in the seance.
It has to.
Magic
It has
8
to
ball.
work. It has to make sense. It has to feel like it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Red Book. Do the things on my desk that Alex made me buy serve a purpose at all?
More.
More than you'll ever know. They say. More than you'll ever know.
I think it wants me to ask another question.
Okay.
I think it's saying more.
More
All right.
questions.
All right.
More
Go ahead.
questions.
Go ahead.
Red Book. Is Crendor actually using you correctly?
Succeeded.
Boom.
It's real, dude. This is real.
This
This
is
is
real.
real.
Yeah, this is real.
This
Great.
is just like church.
Yeah.
Speaking
Okay.
through the powers of God.
We made it real. This was a real. I feel like this was a very successful legend.
We need Alex to enter the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you have a candle? Do you need a candle?
Yeah.
I'll
No,
hold
I have
my
a can-
candle up for you so you
I
can
know. I've got a
Okay,
candle.
power.
I've got
Yeah,
a
he's got a
candle.
candle.
Right.
All right. I'm going to close my eyes. Here we go. Red Book. May I enter the game?
Grown.
I feel good about that. I feel good about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I feel like it's like,
Hold on. How's it spelled, though?
oh, that's a
Normal.
great question.
GROWN.
That's okay. Good.
I thought it was like,
Yeah, that
No,
would have been
no,
out.
no.
I would have been out on that. But yeah, no, that sounds good to me. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Everybody close your eyes. Red Book. Is it worth it when I work this hard on these episodes and put in all this effort just ultimately to make stupid jokes about the nature of reality?
That.
That's great. I'll take that. Appropriately cryptic for my own mission. So that's great. That feels good to me. That almost feels like
is that
they're
what the candles were for?
it almost feels like they're bidding with me. Yeah, go ahead and wait, before you blow out your candles, Crendor has to ask permission for each of us to leave the game. Unless, as a group, we all decide for science that we're happy to purposefully tempt fate and possibly be haunted until we reconvene and beg for permission to leave the game later.
I'm already haunted by that damn other ghost.
Nah,
You guys
I'm asking permission for myself.
Yeah,
All
I'm no fool.
All right. Everybody close their eyes.
Red book. May I leave the game? Puff.
You're out, dude.
You got
Good.
it.
Solid.
Damn,
Puff.
dude.
Bam.
Yeah,
I'm gone.
that's
In
an
a puff of
instruction.
smoke.
All right.
Mathis, no!
Mad.
All right.
Helping.
You got to get out of the game, Mathis.
Oh, yeah, we have to blow it out with a puff.
Oh, they have the puff.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my God. It makes so much sense.
Damn.
Dude,
That's total, that must be real.
Thank you, Seth Godin's All Marketers Tell Stories.
Yeah, there you go. The red book, dude. That's where all of Crendor's secrets come from. That's how he gets.
Yeah.
That's why he's so successful.
It is.
All right. So that was the red book candlelight all play. Thank you guys. Up next, we have the legend tripping the Shadow Man on LSD with Alex Faciani.
Oh shit!
Yeah. LSD Dream Emulator is a crazy game for the original PlayStation that never officially made it out of Japan, which I think is a shame because it has one of the most interesting backstories of any video game I could think of, which is that the designer and composer of this game was a wild, like true artist type guy called Osamu Sato, who also did a bunch of graphic design and music with his company OSD, which is Outside Directors Company. But the game was actually based on a crazy, like decades long dream journal of like words and art by one of the staff members at the publisher, who was called Asmic Ace Entertainment, whose name was Hiroko Nishikawa. So she made this amazing PDF, that is called the lovely, what is it called? It'll say it on here. I'll give you the link to it first. It's called the Lovely Sweet Dream. And it's a beautiful PDF that you can see that has like all these like sort of like bizarre things that happen to her and bizarre visuals that she describes. It's laid out in a very artistic way. I believe that Sato had something to do with the laying out the book as well. But what makes this game extra interesting for this type of legend tripping is that, as Mathis will read for you right now from the wiki, and the wiki, by the way, very, very good wiki. The game is random, but it has a very interesting caveat that makes it really good for this type of thing. So I'm going to have Mathis read this quote right here, and it's going to explain everything to you.
LSD Dream Emulator is speculated to use a pseudo-random number generation, PRNG, to determine a hidden generation value, which provides instructions for numerous details of every dream sequence in the game. The speculated generation value seems to be re-rolled every time certain target player-driven actions are performed, including main menu idling, using the in-game save load system, restarting the game, triggering map chunks and objects during the dream, spending time in a location, etc. Importantly, due to the believed usage of PRNG system, the dream generation algorithm of LSD Dream Emulator is identical on any game copy and hardware. Any dream or playthrough has been proven possible to replicate on any device, emulator by doing identical actions. The default generation for the first boot of the game also remains identical on any physical and emulated copies of the game. The identical actions and timings performed in dreams always leads to identical outcomes and exact copies of dreams for any player on any copy of the game.
Pretty interesting, right? So like, though the game like changes and morphs as you play it, everybody starts from the same place and theoretically could get to the same place if they did the exact same thing. So it's actually your unique journey through the game that randomizes the game for you.
Insane.
I was gonna say it's actually like from an interesting perspective too. It's an interesting way to try and get around a computer's or a program's inability to be truly random. Like that's something you learn. It's like no matter even creating random number generators, it's actually not random due to the way it's generated. But if you're basing it on players' actions, the one thing you can't really predict,
right? Then you're randomizing.
And that's kind of a way to make it random, truer random than normal. And
exactly right.
That's a really cool thing. I feel like people could use nowadays.
Exactly right. So, which is why in all that randomness, that human-generated randomness, we're going to be trying to find an entity today that may or may not appear.
Okay,
which I feel like is a rumor.
Oh man,
it's like a
I
legend.
taken mushrooms 30 minutes ago.
Well, you may not need to. You may not need to for this game. So the guy that we're looking for is called the Shadow Man, who is also known as the Greyman or the Spy, which I believe is based on their name in the game files, which is simspy.mom, which is just a file type. It appears during B-type days, which are non-special, even numbered days, because some days, instead of being normal dream days, are like a video or something like that plays on specific days. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. He appears directly in front of the player and glides towards you in a straight line, though he is avoidable theoretically. He is sometimes seen as the villain of the game, though the game is very, not narrative based in that way, because while you can't die in the game so much as move on to the next day's dream, and you can do this by like touching certain things or like falling into holes or certain other things can happen. The Shadow Man has one of the only adverse effects on you of anything in the game, which is that he deletes your save data for flashback mode, which you unlock after a while playing the game, and which allows you to replay memorable moments that you've encountered in the dream world. So it stands in for him maybe being able to like erase your memory, if you want to think about it that way. Like he finds you in your dreams and erases your memories. So today, though, for the viewer experience, we're going to be starting our game from day one with a fresh save. I'm going to be giving myself exactly 10 minutes to locate the Shadow Man. But even if we don't end up finding him, please enjoy right now a trip through one of the weirdest fucking games. Shout outs, the translation by Mr. Nobody and Arcane Aria. So let's get into that right now. We're going to load that up. And if you guys want to try and help me, here is a PDF guide. You want to try and help me get around, though it's going to be probably hard to do. And I'll give you guys some quotes as we go, depending on how much time it takes us to find him. So 10 minutes on the clock in just a minute once I press start on the game. But we're gonna just check out the LSD Dream Simulator, because this game right here is one of the most unique games I've ever played, and really does feel like you're legend tripping just by playing it. I feel like most people probably haven't seen it and have only heard about it by reputation.
I love this already. I have no idea what this is going to be. Yo.
I love it already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Developer did LSD and just made a game.
No, it's the lovely sweet dream diary, dream emulator. That's all it is. That's all it means. Drugs are illegal in Japan. Shall I get to it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Day one, we're starting straight, and I think as a favor to you guys, I'm going to turn the shake from walking off.
Thank you.
That's very good, yes.
Yeah. So here we go. 10 minutes on the clock. I'm starting.
Go.
We're going to find that motherfucker. Here is a quote for Jesse to read, and then I'll walk around a bit.
Accurate details of the Greyman's spawn mechanics remain unknown. However, numerous studies have shown that his spawn isn't random and is fully dependent on the generation the player is currently in. Generation changes as the player moves, triggers the events, and loads different chunks of the map. When the required generation is reached, the Greyman appears. Loading and unloading chunks of the map on purpose can be abused to force the Greyman to spawn faster, although not guaranteed.
Okay.
All right.
So this game,
you move at an incredibly slow pace.
You can run, but when you do, you really run.
But you really go for it.
Can I get up here? Can I get up on this thing? Oh, what is that? Oh, and you can look down. What is that? You see that?
Yeah, someone's flipping through. Oh, everything's going red.
Did I die?
Now you're in like fucking like Silent Hill with a big foot statue? This might be someone's heaven.
It's like Quentin Tarantino's backyard.
Yeah.
That's solid joke. I was about to make the exact same one. Solid. Oh, give him a hand. Right there.
Anybody have any idea where I may be?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
I'm trying to find the Shadow Man. I know that the guy doesn't appear in the natural world it's supposed to be, but I don't know what the natural world is. Supposedly, the natural world is supposed to be like a hub world, but I don't know.
Man, I don't know. This first of all, this PDF is almost 400 pages long.
Yeah.
Which one? The one
guide that you gave us.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
So like, I don't know where I'm looking, dude. I don't know where you are, and you're gone. You're somewhere
randomly.
else now.
You touch stuff sometimes, and you just teleport, and like certain areas take you to other places. It's supposed to be like a real dream, where you just kind of like stuff just sometimes randomly changes. Oh, I'm running through the fields.
You're
now.
like green, like Chernobyl.
This is the Chilluminati area.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow Man,
Where are you?
we're trying to make good television here. Please.
Every time
appear
you say
for us.
Shadow Man, I think Princess in the Front.
Oh, Shadow Man, I'm the Shadow Man. The
Right,
Shadow
she
Man
calls him
sounds
that
like a
in
sleep
that
paralysis demon.
We got to shift from Chilluminati.
Oh, wait,
mode
I think
to
I know where we
Let's Go
are.
mode.
Oh yeah.
This says father and daughter, and it's in a green background by a tree, isolated from the mainland by a bridge. The lonely silhouette lies. However, the abyss demon is in the same area.
Uh-oh.
But trying to approach them may cause it to appear, forcing a link and scaring the living daylights at anyone who wasn't expecting it.
Go into that building area. No.
Oh yeah.
You go in
Did
there?
he say tree, though?
But maybe there's
This
a
looks
tree
like it's
inside.
by a tree and a fence. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well,
Maybe it's
I mean,
in there.
Go in that hallway.
I'll go inside.
Yeah, maybe it's on the other
Don't
side.
be a bitch. Go.
I'm not a bitch.
Whoa.
Although this might also just lead to
Yes.
The Shadow
something
Man.
completely different.
Well, let's see.
Who knows? I want this game now. Oh, you're still in control.
Oh,
Oh,
Now, it wasn't even I was in control. It was just playing that audio. Okay, wait.
Okay.
That's a
There's
big
like-
bell. Oh, what was that?
what is that freaking?
I think even the music is generative. What is that sound?
What a phenomenal like. Oh, you're on the other side of the hand statue now.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay, so I was back here before.
Yeah. Oh, it's like what a phenomenal like experiment for a game in such a young generation too. PS1 3D is still very new.
This is really something that I could just get baked and do a lot of time. Oh,
Whoa, what's those guys?
hello? Are you the Hat Man?
Are those the
Oh.
villagers from Minecraft?
I think they're like Japanese statues, Buddha statues.
Oh yeah.
Should
See you
touch
later.
It? Should I touch it?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, these were the Buddha men. I found it.
Oh, damn it.
Iron-
These guys wander the streets randomly, make a lot of noise as they walk. Their walking sounds identical to your own. They also move pretty fast. They look like statues. Linking with them tends to take you into the pit.
I'm here. Oh, what is that?
It's a
Is that a chicken dog? What is that?
I'm gonna try and get a better angle on
a
it.
balloon animal.
I'm gonna try and get a better angle on it.
Well, that's
it's-
like a statue of
Is it a
something.
person?
Elephant.
Why? Is that what that is? Is it
Yeah, the
elephant
trunk's
with
in their
sunglasses?
sides.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, looking at it is making you go away.
Oh.
You've located the giant pink elephant. This may as well be the mascot for LSD Dream Simulator, as its most prominent and memorable entity in the whole game, as well as the easiest one to find. It'll appear just above the pit and float towards the heavens. Linking it with the impossibles, you'll fall into the pit before you could reach it.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, I didn't go in the pit, but it
Still got about 4 minutes left.
it
to
ended
look
my
around.
day. Yeah. I got like just above 4 minutes. What?
I'm being chased by something like an organization. The old retired master of the small dressmaker shop is covering for me. However, I will continue to be chased by my enemies.
Hello?
Yeah, what?
Oh, that must have been one of those pre-programmed days. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Day 3.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Back to it.
Into the world you go.
Back to it.
Come on, Shadow Man.
Hey, we're in.
I feel like I could do this for like...
All right, you don't have to go up the stairs this time. Now you can go the other way.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Oh, what's over there? Is it a kitchen with like no? It's just a. This does look like my first. Okay.
No.
Hello.
The hell is that?
I couldn't move after he saw me.
The bloodsucker.
Am I back to the pit?
You're back
Oh,
here.
we're back to Green World.
The elephant better not come back out of here.
So by the tree is there's a demon by the tree?
Oh, right. Oh,
Oh, never mind.
something linked me. What did it link me to? What linked me? Holy shit, what the fuck is this?
What the hell?
Green Hill Zone.
Okay, I see a tree,
And a bridge.
the cliff.
Yeah, there's the tree and the bridge. What's that? What's that noise?
I think that was the bridge. Under my feet.
Wouldn't it be by the tree?
You can look up, right? Is there anything in the sky? No, just a cloud.
Yo, the thing that flew at you was the imp.
Oh, yeah?
It says the actual chances of the imp appearing are slim. However, it flies straight towards you and forces a link.
Dude,
Look at
Look
that.
at
I'm
that.
tripping all kinds of legends right now, dude.
You are.
Oh,
Well,
Why that worked? I don't know. That's wild. Touch tree 1, no. Touch tree 2, yes.
oh,
Whoa, we're in a city now. Nighttime.
Flying?
Beautifully lit.
am I flying?
you're flying.
Wait, are you below?
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Never mind.
Okay, you were
Dude, what the
loading
hell?
into the city?
Oh,
Oh, see you later.
dude,
All right.
I'm having like a real dream panic right now.
And
What?
you're home.
Oh,
I'm home.
Maybe the imp is gone now.
yeah. Check if the imp's still there.
Oh, right. The dream imp.
Yeah.
You know. The dreaming.
Are you here, imp? He
Well,
is.
he is still there.
What the
But
f-
this time
Oh.
he didn't come at you and you're
Yeah.
going somewhere else.
He was like, yeah, I'm still there. Okay,
Hey, how's it going, bro?
last ditch effort for Mathis to read this.
There are 7 different locations where the Greyman can spawn. Chances of spawning is based on speculation. Happy Town, highest chance of spawning. Violent District, second highest chance of spawning. Kyoto, third highest chance of spawning. Temple Dojo, 50-50 chance of spawning. Clockwork Machines, third lowest chance of spawning. Moonlight Tower, second lowest chance. And then Monument Park, lowest chance of spawning. Which must be where you're at now, as in you must be in like Monument Park with all those like statues around.
They were saying that like changing it up a lot fucks it up and makes the guy appear, right? So now I'm back at the pit. Where's the pit at on the list?
It's not on the list.
Is it Monument Park?
Monument Park is the lowest chance if that's where you're at.
All right, I'm leaving.
Whoa, you're fast.
I'm leaving. I only have like 15 seconds by my count, but I'm going to take one more minute for load times.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, what would this be? Kyoto?
Maybe. It looks very much like a just Japanese village, except for the
Violence
giant
District.
sculptures.
Kyoto's third highest chance if that's what this is.
Okay. Shadow Man.
Oh, Shadow Boy.
Shadow
If you can
Man.
get yourself to Happy Town, that's the highest percent.
I have no idea how to get there. I'm just sleeping.
Do you know how to get to Happy
Are those
Town?
the Buddhist?
That's the
yeah,
Buddhist
those are
guys.
the same statues that linked you back to the pit. They'll just send you to the pit.
Okay, so we don't want to
What
go.
about if you look at the moon? Will that make you go anywhere? Nope.
How do you even know that's the moon, Mathis?
I took a
That
guess.
could
You know?
just be
Exactly.
J.J.
You're just
Abrams, dude.
assuming.
I am.
Damn,
You're
dude.
right.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, how do you even know, man?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Shinra.
Oh,
What is this? An office building? Man, I feel like I could just
Oh.
do this for a whole episode.
is that a mausoleum?
Yeah, it's back to Let's Playing.
I think it's a mausoleum. Or wait, no.
What is
it
that
off?
creaking
It's
noise?
a big umbrella. What is that? Should I turn around and look? What is that? What is that? Wait, what is that? Is that him?
Oh,
is
yeah,
that?
what's that thing?
Is
Yeah, who is that?
Is it the Boston
The
Baked Bean
devil?
Boy?
Are you the
Oh, I guess the
devil?
Minotaur.
Oh, what is
He's
that?
carrying a something.
Okay.
Rickshaw?
Is this a good finale? Where's it going to put me?
Linking with the cartless Minotaurs tends to reposition you in Kyoto.
Not this time.
And linking with, carded Minotaurs, the natural world. So we're in the natural world.
Okay,
The
so
natural
this
world,
is,
not
so
on the
this is
list.
where he doesn't come. All right. Well, this was LSD Dream Emulator. The Shadow Man is still out there. You know, just like any urban legend, you know, you never know if you're going to see him or not. Probably not, but the fact that he's out there is exciting.
It is exciting.
This is available out there. This is a fan translation that's out there, but obviously it's an old game and it requires a lot of effort to play. But thank you guys for joining us on this little journey through it. And yeah, that's the end of that segment. I just have a little bit more for you. One last letter from Mr. A. Whitney Brown here for Crendor to read.
All right. Anyway, before I go, I'll tell you the most interesting thing I heard was about some faction of story group people splintering off with the idea of creating their own legends whole cloth over somewhere moronic like Ong's Hat, New Jersey. I'll link the packet I got handed on it is attached, but be warned, it is not a story group approved, so your safety in legend tripping, it is not guaranteed, dummy. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm off to investigate that before I kneel over and die working, so expect to hear from me again sometime next year, but before he leaves, consider these final 2 quotes from the Kinsella about this Splinters group's work, which will probably be the topic of my next report. Shit and piss, Agent A. Whitney Brown.
There you go. And he, of course, has 2 pieces of writing from this book. The subtitle of the book, Legend Tripping Online, is Supernatural Folklore and the Search for Ong's Hat. And these 2 quotes have something to do with that. And he said he'll be back with more of that next year. Interestingly. That's for Jesse to read.
This work, I provide an ethnography of online legend tripping performances surrounding 2 enigmatic documents, collectively called the Incunabula. Incunabula Papers. Anonymously written, the Incunabula Papers present a series of past accounts blurring together factual and fictional information with various elements of supernaturalism. They are transmitted through the virtual equivalent of word of mouth and prompt much debate. Since there is no consensus as to what these documents really are, although they may seem different from other kinds of supernatural legends people contact with, the Incunabula Papers and the communicative performances surrounding them constitute a legend.
Yep.
Complex.
And if you want to know more about what Incunabula means, here's Mathis with some more on that.
Incunabula is a term that generally refers to artifacts of an early period, particularly books printed before 1501. Its literal meaning is cradle, and the word itself denotes the earliest stages or traces of anything. The Incunabula Papers are arguably the first immersive online legend complex that introduced readers to a host of content, including what religious historian Robert Elwood has called the alternative reality tradition, which are those customs and beliefs that involve seeking out metaphysical or occult knowledge and experiences.
Yeah, so imagine an alternate reality game with the goal of creating fake urban legends. Interesting. And something that we will probably revisit again. But before we go, one last thing. You didn't think you were going to get out of this part, right? It's the Burmese poison test all play. After I made you guys buy all that stuff, great. And I'm reading this straight out of my script. I'm excited about it too, you guys. This one's going to be an all play based on a famous meme poster that's been floating around the internet for many years, supposedly out of Myanmar or Burma, whatever makes your heart happiest. Obviously, the political situation in that beautiful place is complicated and sad. But something that unites pretty much everyone in the country is their knowledge of this meme, which features poorly translated English and is rather hilariously titled, The Food That Shouldn't Eat Together. Have you guys seen this? Do you know the food that shouldn't eat together?
No,
nope.
I don't know what this is.
That's this right here. Have a look at this. So according to this 2018 Vice article that I'll link in the show notes, even though it's kind of a folksy type of wisdom that governs this poster, variations on them are pretty common sight in kitchens across the country and a sort of widely known cultural meme, if not always taken the most seriously by every single person who has one. So why don't you tell everybody what this thing looks like real quick?
It's literally just a fucking grid of 2 pictures of food. And then above it, it'll says what horrible thing will happen. The first one is feed a pomelo and a lime together, dead. Durian fruit and jenkel bean, vomit, and then dead.
Yeah.
star fruit and chocolate, just dead.
Yeah. So here's a quote from the article about it, where they interviewed the founder of the restaurant Sharky's in Yangon, which is Ye Tut Win. And he just has this to say about it. This is for Jesse to read here.
He said that Myanmar's geographic position, wedged between China, the Indian subcontinent, and the rest of Southeast Asia, means that the country is influenced by lots of ancient ways and philosophies surrounding food from across the region. As an example, he said that the Chinese philosophy of yin foods and yang foods is knowingly and unknowingly applied locally. One time I ordered a chicken and bitter gourd curry for lunch. The storekeeper warned me that these two dishes would bring death. I ate them both. I'm still alive. Yay, what win? Boy, I hope that's how you say that. Added that a few individual ingredients shrouded the superstition are sometimes culprits of food poisoning and or food allergies, such as dairy products, pork, and mushrooms. Maybe why there's an alarmist attitude around them. But even still, most of the beliefs are old wives' tales. Yeah, what win? Again, boy, I know that's not how you really said that. Said with a laugh, we need Mythbusters to come visit.
So yeah, get your little food combos ready, and we're going to go straight down the line. First,
I just want to say for the record, by the
What
way,
combo am I supposed to have?
don't worry, you already took care of yours.
Okay.
Alex Fossiani made me go to a grocery store and buy a cucumber
Yeah.
and popsicles.
Yes. Perfect.
And that was it.
Yeah.
I need y'all to understand. He also wanted me to get coconut, but I just went and got frozen yogurt for lunch, and then I had them give me a little cup of coconut because I'm no fool.
Perfect.
So what I'm saying is, I bought two very phallic things,
Yeah.
and it's so LA, no one questioned it.
Yeah, perfect. So Jesse is going to first demonstrate the combination of cucumbers and popsicles, which can lead you to acute asthma if you consume them together. So Jesse, cucumber,
Yep.
and a little bop of a popsicle.
Ooh, you know what? Fresh cucumber has that good smell
I
to it.
love fresh cucumber.
That
It
is
smells
good.
like a
Favorite
spa
foods.
up in here right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cucumber
So,
is just crunchy water.
Does it matter how I do this?
I just one after the other.
Also, I'm going to sexily eat this popsicle the rest of the episode.
That's
just
fine
so
with
you're-
me. That's fine with me.
Okay. By the way, I got sour popsicles.
That's awesome.
Do I bite it? Do I suck it? What do I do?
You did it. Now you just have now have a cucumber. Okay. Give it a little time to marinate. And let's see. Do you have asthma?
It's happening.
Are you getting acute asthma? Oh man, he's getting it. He's getting asthma.
No,
Oh,
I'm
my
fine.
God. No, he's fine. Does it feel weird at all? Do you feel any sort of weird interaction between them at all?
No, I mean, the sour popsicle probably was a mistake because it made the cucumber taste weird, but no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine. The taste isn't what we're
Just
after.
watch
We're
out. You're
after-
going to get choked out by the black madame any second.
Yeah, she's coming for me.
Behind
Maybe
you
that's
the
what I
whole
want.
time.
So second, we'll go to Mathis.
If she's like Lady D, I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
that's fine with me too. Mathis already ate his food this morning. So in the video,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yeah.
So in the video episode, we can play that clip for the people now, which we'll do right now. But the reason I had him eat this combination of foods, which was plum and green peas, by the way, was to see if a few hours later it would lead to what it said it was going to lead to, which was diarrhea. So Mathis,
No, I may have not eaten green peas and ate green beans.
you ate green beans and plums?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't
I
have
read
green peas.
beans. I did not read green peas. My
That's
bad.
that's fair enough.
But
So
there's peas in there, right? Like it's the same thing.
did you have diarrhea?
No.
No? Do you usually have diarrhea?
Not often, but
Yeah, sometimes.
sometimes.
Okay, so you would recognize it if you saw it.
Oh yeah, I would recognize what diarrhea
Okay,
is.
so guys, in
The
case you're
plum was
wondering,
delicious this morning, though. I will say, having like just a Just eating a plum. This is nice.
I saw you go back. Done. I saw in the video you went back for another little hit of the plum after you had it.
Yeah, it was good.
So just in case anybody was wondering, even though it's not on the Burmese poison test, if you have plum and green peas, you're pretty good. You're pretty safe from diarrhea. Just so you guys know. Third, for the main event, we have the Cox and Crendor reprise. Please buy tickets to see us in Chicago on November 1st at Lincoln Hall now. Link in the description. And today, these two titans are now going to test our 2 food combinations that lead to death. The brave Crendor will be ingesting.
Why is all of the ones that could possibly kill us at some point?
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. That's all it is.
You know what?
Yeah.
Before we die, there's one last thing I want to say. Thank God for popsicle jokes.
Oh, good.
What kind of bird is always sad?
What kind?
A sad bird.
A bluebird.
Basically, yeah, like that's like the second draft of your answer. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Okay. So firstly, the brave Crendor will be ingesting the poison that is lemon and milk. And then the rake, Jesse Cox, will consume the toxin produced by the interaction between the disgusting mixture of coconut and honey.
Oh, no.
Gentlemen.
Not coconut and honey. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound fucking delicious or anything together.
Yeah. We're going to do the lemon milk one because I already got the milk from earlier.
Very solid. And you get it's a nice little hit of protein. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure knowing you. Please legend trip to your deaths.
All right, I'm ready to go whenever you give the word.
There's a seed in there.
Oh, he's doing it, so go for it.
You got a seed in there.
I got a spoonful of honey and put coconut on top of it.
3, 2, 1, jam.
He's eating it.
Yep.
He's enjoying it.
So good I might die.
Yeah. Delicious.
Joy.
Mathis, do you feel like either of these guys looks like they're about to die?
Looking at them both?
Yeah.
I still look like I'm closer to death than they are.
Yeah. Crendor, how you feeling?
Honestly, not too bad.
Yeah.
I can definitely tell that the reason they did it is I read and they said the milk curdles
lemon
because of the acid.
Yeah.
And I actually felt it curdling a bit in my mouth.
I get that. Yeah. One time I had a shot called a cement mixer that has used that principle.
Oh,
it's disgusting. God. It's disgusting.
So why would honey and coconut kill you?
Too good.
I can't tell you the amount of times I've had yogurt with both coconut and granola and honey in it.
Too good.
Like, what's the deal there?
It's too delicious.
It's just, if you're in Myanmar, it's bad for you. Like, you just can't. There's probably some sort of cultural reason. There's probably some like obvious reason why it's included, but I don't know it. It's hard to get a straight answer. Like, when I look online, there are 100 million reasons why, and most of the time it's just because somebody had a coconut allergy or a honey allergy and then associated
I'm mixing in the cucumber for maximum death.
That's just good. That just sounds like it would be good.
Have an asthma attack while you're dying.
Yeah. And so with that, so ends another Chilluminati episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm doing weird NES tripping on the minisodes. Don't miss that. Don't forget what Agent A. Whitney Brown said at the beginning of the episode. Crendor, thank you so much for coming, dude. What should people check out if they want to catch some more of this smoke?
Oh, man. You should definitely check out Twitch TV Crendor, YouTube Crendor, YouTube Cox and Crendor podcast, all one word.
Yeah,
that's a very good stuff. Very good stuff. Just, type in our names.
All the basics.
You'll find it.
Great. Mm-hmm. So that's our show. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Mathis, get us the fuck out of here.
Goodbye, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chilluminati podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mike Martin, joined by I don't know who they are. There's two. What? Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer.
No.
Neo and Trinity.
No.
I don't understand, and I probably never will. Let me just tell you right now that there's two. Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield.
I'm telling you, I think he literally just looked up famous duos.
Cheech and Chong.
And has just been going through the list ever since.
I'm trying to dig deep. Which one of you is Dick Powell?
Me? Your name's Jesse Cox. I want Chilluminati. I want my I want Chilluminati. I want my
everybody. Welcome back to the Chilluminati podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mike Martin, joined by Alex and Jesse. Like a shooting star across the sky that's actually a UFO.